while I was inside the cryopod, a piercing alarm suddenly woke me up before I could even understand what was happening. My body was rapidly covered by a spacesuit. Right after a violent shake, my cryopod was instantly ejected into space. That was when I realized the ship had been hit by a meteor. I saw many identical cryopods around me. They were also ejected from the ship. We immediately flew on our own toward the nearest planet to take shelter. But most of the cryopods exploded during high-speed flight because the external temperature was too high. Luckily, my cryopod successfully passed through the atmosphere, but at that point, the pod had reached its limit. With the systems failing, I had no way to land safely. The next second, the cryopod started rolling. Then it slammed heavily into the ground. Fortunately, I was still alive. I quickly looked outside through the window. I saw the sky outside was extremely gloomy, and the entire planet was filled with an atmosphere of deathly silence. So I tried to call for help through the radio, but no matter how long I called, there was no response. Just at that moment, the cryopod rolled again. Then the system warned me that the pod could explode at any moment. So I had no choice but to try to get out first, but I found that the hatch would not open. At that time, I noticed a crack in the glass, so I quickly grabbed a fire extinguisher and smashed it. I hid it for a long time, before the glass finally shattered. But just as I was about to get out, the pod suddenly flipped again. The glass shards instantly sliced open my spacesuit. The system immediately sounded an oxygen leak alarm. I quickly pulled out sealant and patched the breach, but I realized my oxygen level was down to only 42%, and before I could even relax, smoke began pouring out of the pod. Terrified, I quickly crawled out, but before I could figure out how to call for help, I saw the spaceship I had been on crash at the edge of my vision. A powerful shockwave rushed over and knocked me to the ground. Luckily, I was far enough away so I was not injured, but at this moment, all I could do was try to save myself.